Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel. So in the pre-shuffle, I felt a sort of silence from you. That's the kind of energy that I was picking up on who I'm talking to today. With this Knight of Wands and this Four of Wands, I can see that perhaps that you were trying to create a Four of Wands with somebody. You were trying to create a stable home, but they just weren't giving you the answers that you wanted. So it put you in this Knight of Wands here where now you feel, since they didn't accept, your offer, or they didn't really agree with how you wanted to run things, or, have that stable home, you kind of feel like you have to kind of stand up for yourself and ignore this person in a way. So I think that's why I felt like a silence from you, because I feel like perhaps you feel like you need to be silent about the situation. I feel that maybe you feel that it's best to kind of keep to yourself and not, it's almost like you were willing to give this person everything, and they didn't want to have it the way that you wanted it to. So since they didn't want it, then you don't really feel the need to put the energy in this person. It's almost like you're an all or nothing kind of person. That's the energy that I feel from you. With this Hangman and this Knight of Swords, I feel like this person had given you a hard time for a while. And they made you like you were stuck on this person, and you were willing to give them your all, and you were willing to have that stable home with them. But they didn't give you exactly what you needed. And I feel like perhaps you feel that you're selfish in that way, but I don't think you are. It's just that you know what you want, and you know what it takes to have that stable home. And this person doesn't. And they don't know, perhaps they came from like a background where their parents weren't together, and they saw their parents date other people, and that kind of influences the way that they date in their own life. And you're kind of blaming yourself, I feel, for not having to find the perfect solution for this. But it's like that saying where it's not about you. And that doesn't really help when someone tells you that. It doesn't really solve the issue. Like, sure, yeah, it's not about you, but you feel like it is about you. But I feel like in this particular situation, it really isn't about you. It's about this person's issue to commit. This person doesn't understand what a stable household looks like. And I feel like they really lost their chance to that. And don't feel selfish because you know what it is that you want. Because I feel like you do know what it takes to be a committed partner. You know what it takes to, have that stable home. And this person doesn't view life that way because they came from a different type of background where that wasn't normalized. So this is their own issue. And it really doesn't have anything to do with you. And I feel like you're blaming yourself for not solving it. But it's not your job to solve that for this person. I feel like someone really needed to hear that. Because I feel perhaps you're very hard on yourself. And you need to cut yourself some slack. Like, yes, as Scorpios, we're highly intuitive. I'm a Scorpio as well. We're highly intuitive. And when we love somebody, we love them deeply until we die. And not everyone's able to handle that. Not everyone knows that that's real. Like, to them, it doesn't feel real, but it's very real to us. They just lost their chance of that stability. With this Two of Wands here, you could be dealing with someone that is out of a distance. But I feel like that's more about you and that silence that I was talking about. You kind of are in this rooftop, like how this guy is, and he's kind of looking down at the world. And I feel like that's you, because you feel alone in this situation. You feel like you're misunderstood in that way. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay to feel alone sometimes. It's okay to have your own beliefs on how the world should be lived. And I feel like with this Nine of Pentacles here, that's you definitely wanting to work on yourself. And you definitely want to have the best life that you can have. And you don't want to have this person make you feel stuck anymore. Because I feel like for a long time, they perhaps put you down. And that has more to do with their insecurities. Because they don't know, like I said, they don't know what it is to have a commitment with somebody. And what love is like. And how love should be. They just projected their insecurities onto you. Because they saw that you are stable and that you know how to love someone deeply. And they didn't understand that. Perhaps they are trying to, and they're trying to change, but I feel like they still have a long way to go. I mean, it's up to you if you want to wait around for this person, but I sense that they're going to still need some time to grow up, to learn how it is to be in a committed relationship, and to not project their insecurities onto others. With this Queen of Pentacles and this Eight of Cups here, I feel like you're finding that strength to walk away from this situation. And I feel like you are already at that point. Because this was the past. And you're moving forward. And like I said, you're really wanting that life for yourself. And you feel more motivated than ever to walk away from this person. Because you've been through so much already. And you know it. You know that you deserve better. And you do. Whew. Okay. So with this Two of Pentacles here, I feel like perhaps you're thinking of ideas of when it comes to your finances. With this Eight of Pentacles here, you're, like I said, you're trying to work on your life moving forward. And perhaps you have a couple of ideas that you are kind of moving back and forth from. But I sense here that Spirit is advising you in this reading to maybe try out both and see how either of them turn out. I'm really drawn to this infinity symbol at the bottom. You see how she has one foot on one side and the other side is kind of blank. So I sense like the two options of, or the ideas that you're juggling on, whether it is like a job that you're interested or a business idea. I feel like one of them you will be successful in. Because I could see she has her foot on it. But I kind of sense that from this reading, it's like it's telling me, or it's telling you that it's going to be difficult. You have to put in the hard work in order for it to be successful. But I feel like you have the skill and you have the mindset and you have the capability of becoming successful in what it is that you want to do. But I feel like you are juggling a couple of ideas on what it is that you want to do. And I feel like that's how you kind of will get over this person. At the bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords here. So perhaps there was an argument that had happened. Yeah, definitely an argument with the Five of Wands as well. And you kind of still think about the argument and how it turned out. And I feel like they as well are thinking about it. They may have some regrets on, backstabbing you or making you feel bad. They definitely are in their head as well. With this Eight of Swords, they feel like they lost their chance with you, and there's no redoing this situation. Because once you wrong a Scorpio, you're done. There's no changing your mind. And I feel like that's rightfully so. Because we don't just say, oh, this person's a bad person. Like, we have reason to believe that they are malicious and are doing things that aren't, the best. We give reason to it. I just saw 1111 and Four of Wands. So you could be dealing with like a divine counterpart or a very strong soul tie at least. Yeah, and when I said that, the Hierophant is like the religious card. I take it as like a spiritual card. But this is definitely like a strong soul tie. But I do see that you're working to become the Empress. Like you're really close to it. It's just that you're trying to get over this hurdle of how this person betrayed you and how they made you feel. This could be at work, or it could be from a friend group, or perhaps this person put you in a third party. And they did it to make you jealous, I feel. But you kind of are realizing everything for what it is. Sorry for the sunlight. It's like it messes with like my lighting, but it'll go away. But yeah, this person possibly put you in a third party, and I feel like they did that through insecurity. Because they want to feel like, oh, multiple people like me, so I must be likable. You know how people do that? It's like annoying. It's like you don't need to act like a bunch of people like you to make you seem likable. Like, that's really stupid. Sorry. You could be dealing with a Cancer, or you could have Cancer in your chart. But I feel like this is you. Like I said, you are moving forward. You're moving on with your life. You're focusing on other avenues in your life. You're focusing on bettering your life. And you're walking away from this person. And you're doing it at a pace that, you're not even looking back. And I feel like you know what you want with this King of Pentacles. And yes, so Seven of Cups. You're juggling ideas. You're looking at what else is there. You're looking at other avenues that you could travel to or choose or work on. And it kind of bothers this person that, that you're moving on so quickly and you're working on your life. You can be dealing with a Sagittarius, but I feel like this is more about you finding that balance with letting this person go and pursuing new ideas. Okay, let me grab some clarifications. Sorry, that was like really drawn out, but very powerful so far. So I definitely see that you are moving on with your life. Whether like you're not even looking back at this person anymore. You're just done. And you don't feel the need to feed the situation any more than it has to be. Okay, so you have Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, see, that could either be that you have someone, Ace of Cups. You can either have the Star, sorry, let me just finish this. 3 of Swords and 8 of Wands. Yeah, see, so with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, you can be having a new lover come in. Or you can be pursuing, like I said, you're pursuing these ideas that you are possibly interested in. And I feel like you will be successful in one of them. It's just about, you know, putting the work in. I don't think, you know, no one really wants to hear that, but I definitely do feel like there is one of the ideas that you wanted to do, whether it is to go back to school for a certain major or degree, or if it's, you know, starting a new business like a YouTube channel or a website, whatever it is. I feel like if you know which one it is that is your strong suit, and I feel like that is the one that you should pursue. You can be dealing with an Aquarius. This is also the 3 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. This 3 of Swords, I feel like that is about your past person. And that's about you walking away. And it clarified the 8 of Cups here. It's about you learning to walk away from that person and really not looking back and moving forward with your life and focusing on things in your life that will better you in the future. And I feel like once you do that, it raises your vibration and you attract people in your life that are more in a higher vibration. Because I feel like with this past person, they were more on the low vibing side. And you know that. And you were trying to fix them. You were trying to, you know, be there for them because you felt bad and you felt guilty for leaving this person behind, because you know that you have the skill to, you know, help this person. But they didn't really want to help themselves. That's the issue. And they don't view their reality is different from yours. So it's hard to help someone when those are the, you know, those are the lying factors. But let me grab from the oracle here. See if there's any advice from the universe. I feel like this person, they want to get your attention somehow. But like I said, you're walking away and you're never looking back because you're so focused on your life right now, and there is something that you want to achieve and you kind of are fixated on it. And that's how Scorpios are. Like when they have their mind set on something, they will almost be the best at it. And that's why I'm saying that, you know, whatever it is that you are, that you know that you would succeed at, you would be you would be successful at it. And you would be almost like the best. I don't want to say that, but like, I feel like that's true and you know it. Okay, so you have Fury and Bushfires. And you have Ignition, Fire. A lot of fire in that. So I feel like that is, like I was saying, there is something that you want to pursue and you're very passionate about it. And I feel like since you're so fixated on it, on what it is that you want to work on, you'll forget about this person. I'm not saying that you would forget them completely, because that's not how it works with us, but you will, your mental clarity will, you'll gain mental clarity, like pulling yourself away from this situation and focusing on things that will help better yourself. I feel like you've been waiting for a long time to allow that fire within you to ignite.
you're able to focus on things that you're passionate about now. Now that you're pulling your energy away from this person, you have more time on your hands. You have more, you have that. It's like your feelings aren't in that person anymore. So you're able to take yourself out of that situation and put yourself in new situations. And I keep repeating that, and that's really coming out in your reading, where there is a passionate new beginning. And I feel like it has more to do with either work or your career. Something where you're focusing more on your life. And you're kind of taking a break from relationships and trying to be there for someone, because I feel like you've been doing it for a long time and you know that. So this is about, finding that passion within you again and focusing on the things that you're good at, because I feel like perhaps you lost connection with that because of this person. And because since this person, like I said, they work out of insecurity, they were trying to bring you down in that way because they didn't want to see you succeed. And they didn't want to see you move on or have a better life without them. But I feel like this is the time where you put that behind you and you find your passions again. That was very powerful, but let me continue the reading here. I'm going to take from the romance deck, and then I'm going to close up your reading. Any advice from the universe here? Okay, so you have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Playfulness. And you have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. But with this true love, I feel like this is more about self-love. You probably don't want to hear that, but at the same time with this reconciliation, I feel like the person that you've dealt with, they are trying to come back in your life. They're trying to be in your good graces. Because, as Scorpios, you're really intimidating when you cut someone off. It's like you do a complete turnaround. It's like you care for this person deeply, and then all of a sudden when they wrong you, you're a whole different person. And it's intimidating and it's scary. So this person wants to come back and they want to be in your good graces. And then with this true love, I feel like, there's no better love than self-love. And with that, you're able to find your passions. You're able to find things that you care about and work on them for yourself. Because I feel like for a long time you haven't worked on yourself because you were so drawn to this person. But you're starting to find your true self again. And with this playfulness, I feel like that's you getting in touch back with your authentic self. And, it's like a childlike happiness because you're finally finding that within yourself. But yeah, that is all I have for you, and thank you for watching.